E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quest for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Starladder I-League Star Series Season 3. Joining me today will be Hugo Byron, and I think we're both pretty excited for this matchup today.
I don't think you can not be excited, Tom. This is the matchup that we've all been waiting for. Fnatic versus Fnatic Academy, the one no one asked for, but everyone secretly wanted. And it is a best of three. And not only that, Tom, it's a single elimination bracket here for the playoffs. So if Fnatic win this, Fnatic Academy are out. Alternatively, it goes the other way as well. So there's an actual possibility we could be seeing Fnatic Academy beat Fnatic in this best of three. And for those who are unaware of the process, if Fnatic Academy beat Fnatic, they take the spot as the main team.
They absorb them.
That's what happens.
They absorb them and become the father. I'm so excited for this. Obviously, we do have the maps currently on your screen. The start will be obviously Fnatic pick Cobble, then Fnatic pick Train, and then ended up with Fnatic leaving Cash in at the end, right? Or for people wondering, Academy pick Cobble, and then obviously from there on out you know where things are going. But not really anything too surprising. Obviously, Fnatic. The actual that's gonna get so confusing. The actual Fnatic did.
Okay, so I think we just need to specify. We're going to call the real Fnatic, and we're going to call the Academy team Academy, because otherwise this is just going to get too goddamn confusing. Fnatic will take out Fnatic. No, okay, we're going into the game anyway.
Well,
so
are you going to predict that Fnatic are going to win?
Dude, there's definitely going to be a Fnatic win on the board here. I'm 100% sure. Okay.
Oh, that never got 100%. You never know. They might just all get disconnected, or like something will go wrong, and then you'll
Olaf Meister will walk over to the Academy team's house and he'll just break all their computers.
We already said that yesterday. Just like they start winning, and JW just walks into the other room, unplugs all their computers, and just walks away.
Anyway, we're going into the pissed around here, guys. Welcome. This is the first map of this best of three. Winner will proceed to the next stage of the bracket, and we are going to have Fnatic on the CT side here, with the Academy starting off on Terrorist, setting up towards B. They've got the drop-down play in action, and the rest of them pushing their way up plat. We already see some aggression from Fnatic, though. JW's pushed up towards middle, and that will cause an early rotation. They know this B play is coming on out, and we will see the Academy side rush right into the drop-down. It's Dennis to delay the first one, but Plesson, Trades, and Fnatic Academy actually getting control of the bomb site for the time being. Bomb is going to be dropped, though. No. That's huge. It's pushed all the way up to Rock, and now Fnatic, they're right ready for this retake.
Yeah, no, it's still going to be back down to a 2 versus 2. Crims with the kit, but the bomb position is what's really going to make this difficult. Batten as well on the site. Golden looking to try and find something here. Obviously, they don't have the range with the pistols. Golden is going to get tagged down a little bit further. Flusher still just standing on the bomb. Nothing that can really be done at this moment in time by the Academy. Just trying to make their way back. Finding one will be Flusher. This leaves it all on to Batten to try and finish things off. And he's going to be down to just 17 HP. Has to make an absolutely ridiculous play. And Cribs even going to be pushing around just to try and find out any more extra info.
Yeah, unlikely Fnatic can throw this one. Bottom's now down to 2, and there we go. Crim's going to close it out. So Fnatic, they pick up that pistol round. I was very confident that Fnatic would pick up that pistol round, obviously. But now we go into the second round with no bomb plant. We're going to be seeing the Academy team start to force into this one. Some pistols, maybe saving for the AWP on JT, but the rest of them just going for the Tech 9 armor. And yeah, full buy. No one's holding back for the AWP in the time being. I mean, not as important on Cobble as it is on maps like Mirage or Dust 2, for example. So it's not going to be too much of an issue. But Fnatic, they've got an interesting buy, Tom. They've got the quad SMG buy. Obviously, the UMP very meta right now. Yeah, the meta buy up against the T-side meta buy, which is full Tech 9. So we're seeing the most meta round with two teams from the same org.
Just all the Tech 9s, they've got to try and take it off of the master of the tech. Obviously not as good as it used to be by the seams of things. Everybody has fallen off, but Golden is just going to start things. Gets himself 2 kills. I've spoken too soon. Bottom managing to get, well, 1 and then traded out by Olaf. Golden with another, just going ham in this round, and the Tech 9's reign supreme. What just happened?
Meta buys happen, Tom. They don't even pick up the UMPs as well because they know the Tech-9s are way better. Who needs UMPs? Rushing into the site, Academy going to destroy fnatic there, and now we will see the counter force buy coming up. Are we going to see force buy wars? It's very possible, but actually Academy will invest in a couple of rifles. This is very uncommon. You typically see with the current reign of the UMP meta, a lot of teams just going into force buy wars back and forth because neither teams like to invest in rifles. But this time we actually have 3, probably 5, I mean, if you count the UMP, but fnatic just on pistols here, so a couple of Deagles, PT50s and CZs across the board, and fnatic actually, Academy actually set up for a bit of a default here. They're not going for anything fast, which is a bit unexpected, but they do know that their opposing team will likely be forcing into this one, so no reason to get up close and personal with those pistols and lose the early man advantage.
Yeah, looking still at that Deagle on Dennis and that CZ over on Flusher, and still going to get those reminiscent moments that these guys could definitely pull out of the bag at any moment in time. Not too much aggression, surprisingly, from the CT side. The T's are just waiting, hoping that they will make some sort of mistake, but thus far haven't done anything of the sort. And relatively passive. 3 players over towards A is somewhat of a stack at the moment from fnatic. You can't even say Swedish side. That's the worst thing. They're both Swedish as well. So there's only like CT and T. That's about all you can say to differentiate. But with only 40 seconds left on the clock, they are going to have to make their move relatively soon. And this could actually work into the pistol power because they're so close, but Pleasant decimates Olaf over on Plat, and that's going to be the start of the push.
Yeah, quickly jumps out. Pleasant doesn't check behind him, and that will allow Crims to grab a quick couple of kills. Jay-Z trades, and he'll double down with the spray control, tapping onto Dennis, but it's Golden to follow up, pushes in through the drop down and cleans up the last 2 players. Academy, they are leading this one. fnatic, now they've got to go for the full eco. This is going to be the 3-1 coming in. I don't see them investing too much. Crims has a little bit more money than the rest of the team, but he can't invest in more than maybe a 5-7 or a couple of flashes into this one. So likely just going to be an almost full eco here from the CT side. And yeah, PT50, that's going to be it. So fnatic Academy, they know what they're up against. They're going to be buying up these Mac 10s. And these are great to get rid of our unarmored players. You can just spray them down, grab that $600 kill reward and make yourself lots of money. And they will be doing so by rushing straight into the B side.
Yeah, counter flash is working out for now, but, well, here's the cleanup. Easy round for the Academy side, and shouldn't be any trouble for here on out. A weapon would be lovely for the remaining players of fnatic, but the likelihood of them finding anything in this sort of circumstance is very, very slim. JW, the last left alive with the P2000, and he'll get sprayed down. So flawless round. Mac 10s. It's not too likely they'll be kept into the next, but you never know. They might just do it to play up against those, well, I was going to say unhead armored players, but... or Kevlar players, that probably sounds a little bit better. But actually, they've gone relatively heavy on the head armor. Only Crims, actually, with just Kevlar.
They're probably expecting the save of the Mac 10s, and we have seen one as well be saved. Button's going to be on that. We still have Golden on the UMP, so the head armor does kind of make sense going into this one, while it doesn't late game when you know you're up against AKs. But these kind of cheese rounds can come into effect. Academy can just stick with the Mac 10, so fnatic just want to play it a bit safer by going for the majority head armor buy. So now going into this one, Botton's going to be a little bit weaker with that Mac 10. Can still get good damage off, though. And, I mean, they won't really send him in as an entry anyway. He can just be used to pick up the pieces and can always grab a rifle off of his teammate. So not too much of an issue here, but a very passive style so far for the Academy side. One player outside of A, very, very far back. Just holding, that's Karus. And the rest of them just outside of B set up. But we do see a bit of a passive drop-down control round from fnatic. You can see just Crims are holding the outside of the drop. No one else. Dennis has to focus on both positions, plat and drop. He's got a lot of work to do. But Academy, they're going to start to smoke down into drop down. This may cause them to push a few players in. It will. They've got control. They haven't worked with it just yet.
I quite like the crossfire that's currently in play, but it really relies on Dennis. And now Olaf is going to be the one in a little bit of trouble because he's going to be surrounded from both ends if they decide to push. Now, they are looking like they're tempted to boost on back up. JW will be able to trade one back, but still leaving another player actually in drop at the moment. But the push from Crims will catch him out. The plat push in the meantime has come in. Pleasant already taking quite a bit of map control. Crims is going to go down, but they've missed out Olaf on the site. He's trying to just maneuver his way around the pillar, keep himself alive, and he's doing just that. Although Jay will be able to trade. The flank in the meantime coming in from JW. And Flush is going to pick up the AK all onto Jay.
Oh, he needs to expect this position from JW coming right behind. He's so low, but he gets caught on the side of the stairs. JW is going to take him down. And fnatic will actually retake that one, getting the round on the board as well. The issue is obviously the Academy side. They did, save a couple of SMGs from the previous round, so their money is going to be perfect. They didn't fully invest in rifles, and they kept a lot of players alive in the previous couple. So a buy is still going to be coming in. I mean, Golden was on 15k that round, so he is not going to have any issues for the time being. It will be a full buy. And fnatic actually pulling up the AWP now. Olaf Meister going to be taking that. Is he throwing it over? Is he sticking with it? No, he's sticking with it. They're not really playing off spawn either, but he's going over towards the B site, whereas JW sitting in towards middle, playing this close position. Not really much support from Flusher there, but at least Flusher can spot anyone crossing up towards the Matrix position. And fnatic Academy, they've got their own open play as well. That's going to be Jay-Z on the other side of the map towards A, trying to look for a pick early on. He might just find it. Oh, the damage! Tags Flusher down to 20 HP. Has to back off of that position now, but early damage going to be favoured to the Academy side.
I'm really excited to see how well the reads come off in this game, because if you're the Academy, you should know the sort of primary roster like the back of your hand. They're the people who have probably helped you along the way. You should know all their spots, all their VODs. You even have some of the same staff in your mix as well. So I'm really excited to see if they can actually just pull something a little bit surprising just off knowledge alone. Obviously, they are going to be taking quite a bit of long control at the moment. Pleasant looking to get in. Let's just ignore the Molotov. Nobody saw that. JW actually going to be able to find the first and second kill of the round. Not going to be working out. And now this split looks pretty weak. Crims will go down. Golden managing to get one. But this leaves it all up to Jay with that AWP, and he has only 17 HP to play with, and Flusher will be there to finish. Nice round coming out from fnatic.
Yeah, that split would have worked out way better, but fnatic still kind of held the aggressive positioning, despite JW getting very tagged up early on. Oh, sorry, Flusher, I think it was. We still saw JW in middle, taking that damage off down through the Matrix. So fnatic still keeping this aggressive mid stance, and that meant that the rotations with the connector was way, way easier, as fnatic kind of knew what was going on. Either way, it will still be a buy from fnatic Academy. Going to be probably the last one here, unless they get a bomb plant. They have a little bit more money. Still not enough to go for really a great buy, as they'll only have 3,200 with a bomb plant. But either way, they've got something to play with now, as the score rounds up to a 3-3. We're looking who's going to start to take the lead and take the initiative this half to push himself together a few more rounds. But I like the boost over towards drop down. The issue is Bot, he's going to expect it. Oh no, JW's boosted. He has to spray the smoke. He's so close on the other side, and Bot, he's spraying the wrong side. Reloads. That will force JW to shoot. There we go. The sound prompt is perfect, and he takes him down. Drops right back with the man advantage.
Yeah, again, man advantage going over to fnatic, and it is a little bit problematic at this moment in time. The flash will come in. JW already rotating back over towards this A site. Map control is being gained. Flusher is just going to be waiting around. Now, he's playing a passive angle. There's no reason for him to go any further aggressive at this point in time, just based on the fact they already have the pick. However, JW, I feel like he's going to be tempted. You know that he loves to do these sort of plays. Just catch players out, go for aggression once the aggression has already been successful. So why not try it in this sort of circumstance when, well, we've already seen the tweets they made this morning. The confidence on these guys is ridiculous. It is obviously just a little bit of banter along the way, but we'll see whether or not they are just going to try and destroy them in the way that they've suggested. 25 seconds on the clock. JW perfectly placed. He could end this round in this track. They've got to get there very, very quick. The Flush is doing a lot of the work. JW going to be blinded, and actually this brings it back to a possible scenario, but they've got such little time to get to the site. 12 seconds.
Yeah, need to get this bomb down now, but Crims, he knows it. He's going to be hunting for the frags now. Blesson, though, takes the head off of him. Olaf Meister trades out with the AWP, and it's all on to Jay-Z. He has to clutch against the main team. Takes out the first. Olaf's down, but Dennis, he's still playing very close. Oh, look at the headshot. It was so close. Jay-Z almost lands it. Dennis is too quick on the trigger. fnatic, they are going to pick up the fourth round, just taking the lead, but I'm surprised these rounds are getting so close.
Yeah, well, that was ridiculously close. So close to Jay actually clutching that one out. I started to believe for a second when he goes for that second peek, but it's not going to be the case, unfortunately. And now, well, you can see the buy that's actually coming out on fnatic. It's quite a risky one. They've got a couple of UMPs in play, obviously hoping to make that little bit of extra money. On the other side of things, it's going to be a half buy, just purchasing up a lot of nades and, of course, the Tech 9s, which has already worked once for them, so I don't blame them for trying it again.
So fast in. Olaf does deny the first. That's Jay-Z. No trade available. These players are so far held back by the Molotovs put down by fnatic. So Jay-Z pretty much got baited there, unfortunately. Either way, they're going to rush the rest of the players right in. Olaf, he's doubling down, and JW's doing work from the back of the site. But Dennis will eventually be dropped. And this is a bomb plant. This is all they need. Trying to get that extra money, and they just get it. JW, I would put money on him getting a knife kill. Of course he does. It's fnatic to pick up the 5th round.
Did you see what he said?
What did he say?
They tweeted saying that he's going to try and go for the record for most knife kills in a match.
I definitely agree. JW, that's just classic, isn't it?
Well, I think the Cribs one was a bit weird. It was like, what's the most 5-year-olds you can fight? And he's like, I'm going to try and do 5 today.
Oh, I saw that. Oh my god. That's
These
hilarious.
tweets are all amazing, though. I love it. But it is going to be 5-3. 4 rounds in a row now for Fnatic after they lose the second from the pistol. This is the buyback in, of course. They were only going for some pistols and an extra bomb plant. Jay almost handed a kill onto Dennis, but he's not going to be able to connect. He's actually going to be blinded back out of position. In the meantime, Pleasant just holding. Haven't taken control of drop as of yet. Relatively passive, and JW has been very, very good at finding these opening kills thus far.
Yeah, man advantage early on. Karis is down, and Fnatic Academy looking close to be out as they sit themselves over towards long still. And look at this Fnatic. They may start with some mid-aggression. JW is going to be pushing up. This is granting so much information to the CT side. Now they're going to know these big pushes coming in. And Dennis, he can see it blindingly obvious. In fact, he's too blind. Olaf, though, opens things up. And Dennis will drop the bomb down towards a broken wall. From supporting him drop. And there we go. Olaf just going to clean it. Fnatic, they double down on the round. 6-3. Again, I mean, JW just able to push into middle so early on, get that aggression, get that information, and allow Fnatic to be prepared for this eventual B push that's coming in. So good stuff so far from the CT side. Fnatic Academy now a bit of a quasi again. Are we going to see the knife kill on B? Who knows? Got some Tech 9s and some armor, a few nades to get them into a site, and a bomb plant is their main goal.
Yeah, once again, they do actually have quite a bit of loss bonus behind it, so the buy will be in play no matter what. Obviously, extra damage will be helpful, but Fnatic have quite a lot of money in their pockets at the moment, so not going to be too worried about buying up into the next round. And 6 rounds on the CT side isn't a bad start. Obviously, want to get more than that, especially considering they've just strung 5 in a row. I have to say, Academy have been pretty good so far, actually getting the bomb down. 3 of the last 5 rounds, obviously excluding the ones that they won. But this round, not really expecting too much. Maybe the Tech 9s can pull out just that little bit of magic once again.
It's very possible, but again, we're into a Fnatic game, so JW is going to be pushing mid. He's all the way up again. So much information. The issue is we do have Chorus pushed all the way up towards long, so he can easily split into the connector and towards his flank. But the players in the meantime rushing right through said connector. Flush. Oh my god, the nice 3. Dennis is going to pull off as well, and Chorus coming in from the flank. They'll hear the footsteps. Flusher gets 4 kills. He's going to shut down the Academy team, and the 7 rounds on the board here for the CT side. I was about to say Swedish side, and I realised again, we can't do that, can we?
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit scary now. Flusher getting in the zone with the UMP. He was definitely one of the players who brought this weapon in a little bit earlier than everybody else. And I think there was a tournament at one point where he was using it far more than any other weapon just for fun. So it seems like he's gone back to that sort of style. Aggressive push will be coming out from Jay. This time only on the rifle, doesn't have his AWP. And I think that's actually a choice rather than just not having the financial status to bring it in. So not too much of a problem early on. Bolton is going to make his way through mid. Now, he's got to be careful. He knows that JW has been playing these angles. Flusher, in fact, actually looking to try and take him down early as well. But not finding anything as of yet. And once more, we're seeing a little bit more aggression from Olaf. Actually standing on the box. This time he gets punished. Pleasant to find the first frag. And the refrag being attempted by Dennis.
Yeah, unsuccessful though just yet. Just Fnatic Academy putting a lot of aggression towards Cobble, and you can see Flusher's already started his rotation back in towards B as JW. He's close up towards middle. He's moved even further forward than that Matrix. Bolton is still so close. At least Fnatic Academy have this flank on this time, or at least a control towards A. If JW tries to get aggressive, they will be right there. Oh, JW, he's going to hear that. He just threw a nade at the heart of Bolton. He should have heard the connection as well as it hit his leg, so that's some information to play with. He knows he's close. Not. Oh, here we go. No, okay, we're okay. We're okay. He backs off, but the thing is, he just ran right back. Bolton's going to make some noise.
He's still going. JW
still
knows
pushing.
all the information. The AWP onto Crips at the moment is holding things down over towards B. They have all the information. He's just going to stand in the fire and burn. This actually leaves them isolated, and JW in the meantime goes down. Flusher is just going to pick up 2 kills with the and now Karis, the last one left. Trying to fight versus 2. Both the players are tagged. He has the rifle in play, but Dennis will take his head clean off. What was that round?
So unfortunate there. Again, I don't know how JW can continue to put this aggression down towards middle and not get punished for it. He gets so much information, and even heard Borton run for the rotation because there was no time left on the clock. They had to make some noise, and again, it's just going to be a cleanup. Have we seen Flusher using M4 yet, or has he just been sticking with the UMP every round? I'm not too sure, but I don't think he's been going for rifles.
Why not?
So. No, why not? It's like that simple. The match Navi played against Tricked for IEM, the qualifiers there, and Simple got something like plus 40 overall as a best of 3 score, and he only used the UMP every round. No AWP, no rifles. That was a lot of fun to cast. But yeah, we're seeing a similar thing. Fnatic Academy now calling out a pause. I can barely blame them. Maybe they are swapping PCs with Fnatic. Who knows? That's what they need to do if they want to pick up these rounds.
They need a better game in chair, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it is. But no, they are just going to be looking to slow down the pace a little bit. It has been 7 rounds in a row for Fnatic after what was a little bit of a slow start. A nice Tech 9 round that actually started a couple out for the Academy. But unfortunately, since then, things have gone a little bit quiet. Now, I think we're actually going to see Flusher on a rifle. So he has switched away from the UMP, getting the AK. And then the double AWP has come into play as well. Now, JW already been going very aggressive over towards this A site. And obviously, after the pause come in, it looks like he's about to do that again, just in a different style.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his AWP. You know, if it can still carry on with that mid-aggression despite having a weapon you can't exactly spray and pray with. But
no one's
going to be Fnatic set up outside of B. Yeah, I mean, JW, I'm scared he's already going to push up, but he's actually going to rotate back in towards the A site. There are 3 spots, nothing in the middle. A lot of smoke's going over B, so it's going to be very obvious if Fnatic are actually hitting here. Olaf denying the first, but a close position will be going down. Bottom trade, and Plesson will follow up, but Dennis is still on the site, and JW, he's rotating just in time. Fnatic, it's just an aim battle, Tom. It's a bloodbath every single round, and Fnatic are just completely tearing apart the Academy team limb by limb.
Yeah, it is. It's coming down to aim battles. This aggressive B play doesn't seem to be working out at all. Olaf in such aggressive angles, and it takes him so long to actually punish his position. And then JW just rotating back in towards the end to finish things off. And here's the pick. Bolton, no chance of stopping that. They only have pistols in play at the moment. And JW, well, now he's just going to fall back, reposition, and be the bane of their life again. Okay, Flusher. Okay, Flusher. I think that's a bit much. Just running all the way down long. JW, is he actually going to go for this trade?
Oh,
okay, now they're starting to get punished for it.
I think eventually Fnatic are going to realise that they can't allow Academy to have this many loopholes. While Fnatic are going to be better, Academy are, you know, they're no bots. They are good players, so they will take advantage of any silly mistakes that Fnatic do make. That being said, we still only have pistols across the board here for the Academy side, aside from that one AWP. So they have got to be careful about this one. Well. Yeah, they have taken down more. So
I think it's just behind Karas, but Dennis is very well positioned to actually stop this push. Looking for the first, but actually doesn't manage to get anything. And the remaining players are actually trying to rotate back in. The flag from Golden is absolutely perfect, and he'll get one. And then Karas will actually finish off Crims as he attempts to push back into the site. So finally, they get a round after a long hiatus from the board. Obviously 8 rounds in a row. The problem is I feel like that round came down a lot to the aggression that was actually thrown in by Fnatic.
Yeah, again, bit of a throwaway, as we say, and eventually I think the CT side will realise that they can't throw away these kind of rounds, but either way, it is quite dominantly in favour of the Fnatic side, and it will continue to be so. JW in through middle, takes down Chorus very, very fast. The man advantage back in the favour of the CT side. Good opener. Botton's going to be pushed up towards long, and that flash will work perfectly. Oh, no, the peek with it. I think Flusher knows. He knows. Of course he does. He takes down Bottom, and Crims trades. Crims follows up with Jay-Z, will trade. In the meantime, look at the position of Plesson.
Yeah, Jay looking to challenge, and he will win. The mini JW beats JW. We'll bring it back to a 2 versus 3. Olaf still waiting in chicken coop. Plesson is going to be holding the angle. I think he knows. Problem is, will he actually guess correct? No, Olaf is going to go for the peek, and well, actually gets taken down. Crim's position is also known, and this means that Dennis is very far out of the action. This should be a plant at least for the Academy.
Yeah, Crims needs to hold off, wait for his teammate to rotate in, because if he goes down, and he's very close to being so with 13 HP, it's going to leave Dennis in an awkward clutch situation. So both pincer it together, go at the same time, and he'll have a lot bigger chance of getting into that site. Either way, Dennis is close on behind. Pleasant, he's going to be over towards the plateau, but he has to check it in time. I think Dennis, he may have a bit of an idea of what's going on here. Doesn't spot the head. Oh no, 4x3. He goes down. And now it's all on Crims. A 1v2, but Jay-Z says no. And Fnatic Academy, they're going to be up to 5 rounds here on the T side. They actually make it work. Fnatic, on the other hand, look at their money. It is quite weak.
It's the bank of Flusher that should be bailing them out in this sort of situation. Obviously, he can play with an ump if necessary. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Yeah, he's going to drop a weapon over, spending all of his cash. Obviously, it's the last round of the half, so not too much of a problem. The only thing that has become a bit of a problem is he doesn't have any armor.
Is that going to matter though, Tom? Is that a problem for Flusher? I feel like you're looking at the wrong man here. Oh dear, Golden. Fast into drop. That's a 1-for-1. That's going to be okay here for Fnatic. They can't be too scared about that. Chorus does follow up, and Pleasant will drop another over towards B, but the trades, they come in thick and fast. A 2v2 back into play. Bombs should be going down as well, and we see Crims and Flusher this time retaking, but let's see how that lack of armor comes into play, if that will affect him. Ooh. Mini JW. Gonna have to move from that Molotov. And now the retake's already on, despite the bomb not being down. Nice quick trade. Chorus will go down, and that's all on Crims.
Crims versus the AWP of Jay, and well, Crims, clutch master, 4 kills for him in this round. We'll take it. 10-5 after a very good start from the Academy. Just the sheer string of rounds, and the scariest team to play against when they're confident is Fnatic. I think that's always been the case. The level of BM that will actually come out from these players. JW, I'm pretty sure I've seen him bunny hop down mid on Inferno just to try and get a pick, just from sheer confidence. And that's the sort of style that I want to see them get back to. Obviously, in this sort of situation, they are the favourites by a long margin. So well, obviously, it's their academy team. It's like Barcelona and Barcelona B, but we are going to see whether or not they can come back over on this CT side. I do actually have huge respect for a lot of the players. Like, I think Pleasant and Golden, 2 players who are very, very good, and Jay with that AWP. I think he actually recently extended his loan or something. Isn't it a loan?
I don't know what it is on paper, but he recently joined the roster, I think, to play with them properly full time. So whether that's a loan or a signed contract, I'm not too sure. But he did just recently join. So, Tom, what are we going to do after this match? Are we going to be looking at the scoreboard and going, okay, right, I'm feeling minus Dennis plus Golden? You know, is that what we're going to do? And then maybe we could interchangeably swap Olaf for either Chorus or Pleasant. You know, we just go and working on frags. Is that what's going to happen?
No. I'd actually like to see this team stick together. Like, I want to see what the sort of core Fnatic can do. I think that their sort of land back at IEM, they didn't perform badly at all. The teams they lost to, I think it was FaZe who were in the final, Immortals who were in the semi-final, Astralis who were in the final, and then they beat Optic, and then IP. Obviously, the NIP game a little bit sketchy, but all of those games you sort of say, okay, well, clearly those teams all had very good tournaments. For Fnatic just sort of getting back together and running with it for a little bit, that's actually not bad at all. Obviously, they want to come back further, and by this LAN, if they make it through, I think they should be ready to challenge again.
Yeah, let's hope they do, but there's still a good chance the Academy team could knock that out, and that would be truly edgy. I don't think we'd ever see a meme, go missed on that one. But pistol round is in play. Fnatic going to be on that T side, as they were in the previous half as well. And up towards long, it's going to be Flusher probing. The bomb's in middle. We have a couple of players down towards the B site, and that should be, in theory, the drop down split through connector. But look at the connector control from Fnatic Academy. We've got both Golden and Chorus playing very, very close. So they've got a really good defense on this split. They are set up perfectly, and actually playing more retake on B, which is a very rare setup. Lots of pressure towards the A site, and Fnatic, they are going to walk right into this one. This is the perfect positional play from the Academy side.
We're looking for this split. Karis already going to be holding over towards drop. In the meantime, the push is going to begin onto this A site. The timing is good from Fnatic, but as you already said, the read seems to be there. Karis will stop this rotation. Obviously, there is a second player looking for Crims as well, and this is going to make things very difficult. Dennis will fall. Golden's positioning is perfect, and this leaves it all on to Flusher versus 4, and nothing will come of it. Golden with 2. Karis with a great hold of drop as well.
Yeah, good stuff for Fnatic Academy. Going to pick up that pistol round, and a very important one at that. If they lost out, it was very likely going to be turning into a 13-5, and that's when you look at it and go, this is a stomp. But obviously meta is meta, so we see a triple UMP in play now for the CT side. And if we go into the reverse, right, if we go into the first half, we saw Fnatic on the CT side pick up the pistol, and then this force buy work out for the Ts. So let's see if we see a repeat here with Fnatic Academy picking up the pistol, and a very similar buy here coming out from the Swedes on the T side. We've got a lot of Tech 9s, PT50 and CZ. They are going to be setting up for, once again, this fast B play.
It's going to be going straight in towards drop down. Olaf looking to make the first, and he does. Plessen is down. Golden. Is it going to happen again? It is. It's the same round, the exact same round that we saw in the previous. It's almost as if they might be similar in teams and have a similar strat book, because it's just working out at the moment. Jay going to be able to trade one back, but with all the weaponry just transferring over to the other side and leaving Jay with 4 to find. He's actually going to go pushing back in. JW will finish things off, and again, almost identical to what we saw in the previous half. Fnatic will break the academy and send them back to pistols.
Oh, for God's sake, Tom, what are we watching? Oh, dear.
Well, it's anything you can do, I can do better, right? So they had to they obviously lost the pistol and went, okay, now we're going to do what you just did to us. You don't challenge Olaf with the Tech 9. You just don't do it.
No.
Tech 9 Meister. It's in the name.
Flusher is the one with the Tech 9 though, still keeping that for the T side into this buy. A very similar buy for both teams despite Fnatic picking up the previous one. Crims going to spray in through smoke, and Flusher will follow up onto long. Good entry so far from the Ts, and again still copying the previous half, and the sense of Fnatic Academy missing out on this one, as Fnatic did too. So we have the control up towards EA site. The rotation's coming in. One player left, and that's Jay-Z. Plessin's too far out of the site. I don't think he'll be able to do anything from this position towards the balcony. And the mollies go down. Fnatic know what's up. They're going to be pushing him, and there we go. Dennis will close it out. It's 12-6, double score now for the Ts. So going into this one, if Fnatic Academy don't pick up their first buy round, it's going to all be over.
Yeah, this is where things start to sort of hit the real time for the academy. They've got a long way back if they are going to be able to pull this off. Now, obviously, they are Swedish. The comeback is in their blood. But I do feel like this may be a bridge too far. The buy, obviously, Fnatic not going to invest a whole lot into this one. I am liking the stack, though. Just the long line, the Virtus Pro style of stack. But the problem is, they thought they'd be a little bit quicker, and instead they're just going to go aggressive. And now they've been split from either side. JW just going to be playing close. He only has a Deeg, so they may be able to get that out of his hands. And he actually goes for the knife again. So much damage being done, but even he can't pull that one off. Pleasant through the door, able to at least get a kill. Now, it's still $300 per kill with this weapon, so not bad to improving their first buy. That could be an extra smoke, or if he gets a couple, maybe an incendiary. Unfortunately, Dennis is there to finish him off, and all that's really been lost so far by Fnatic is actually the pistol players.
Yeah, nothing too worrying here for the Ts. It's a clean round, fairly. And now going into the buy, as we said in the previous one, Fnatic Academy have to pick this one up. Their money isn't too great as well. Jay-Z will have to go for the glass cannon if he wants to pull in the AWP. He's just got $100 too little. But instead, just going for the rifle, and that is safe. Pulls up the kit with it, and a bit of utility to play with. So, I mean, not too bad of a buy for Fnatic Academy. We've seen the shotgun on Golden Tom. We've seen him use it a lot on Nuke. He plays over towards that squeaky door, if I'm correct. So, now pulling it out over on Cobble. I'm a big fan. I know you're a big fan. What can he do?
Swag 7, let's go. It's going to be over in drop. One of the more standard. I actually prefer it over towards Broken Wall, just because it's a little bit more sort of close, and you can just hit those headshots relatively easily. Now, a lot of map control currently being gained by Fnatic. They've already taken over quite a bit of the A site, and Bolton is going to spot out one. The Molotov will clear out his position, so he does have to fall back. In the meantime, there's still presence from Olaf. And they haven't really gained that much overall on the T side. They've spotted a little bit of information, but don't really know anything about the setup. The push from Bolton, however, should give them most of the information they need on the CT side to not over-rotate. You could already see them starting to push players back towards B just in case, and we can see now this could actually be the fake smoke setup. I really like this setup. You throw them all in over towards that B side, bait them out, and just hope that they can then push back in. But this is Button. He's ready and waiting. Sprays one away. Doesn't manage to quite get the kill, and he may actually get counted out. Still alive somehow. Eventually gets headshotted by Flusher, and now the push will come in, but they've only got 35 seconds to make this work.
Yeah, and a man disadvantage here with Jay-Z towards the back of the site. If he stays alive long enough, he can deny the plant, especially with the position of Golden. He can take their attention away from Jay-Z on the site. The time still ticking away. Jay-Z just sits here ready and waiting. They're about to walk into the jaws of the Swedish king. There's one. JW goes down. Now they know where he is, but we can see Golden's dropped himself in with a mag 7. There's one and two. Golden's making cash. Fnatic Academy, they pick up a crucial round and keep 4 players alive at that as well. So making lots of money here for the CT side.
Yeah, really nice stuff from bots in there because they do throw those sort of fake smokes in to try and bait out a rotation. But before his team fully rotates, he goes, okay, well, I'm already relatively aggressive now. I'll take the peek. Yes, he only really gets a trade, but that's absolutely fine. Now, what I'm more excited about is we got a sort off in play. JW, back to his old tricks. This is what I want to see. And he's going to go very aggressive through the Molotov and doesn't quite manage it. Almost looked like he was going to catch out Golden there, but Golden probably with a smile on his face saying, no, not this time.
Spicy moves. Fnatic Academy are going to be ready for them. And it's nice to see them at least starting off the round. Yeah, I'll just say it, right? We all want Fnatic Academy to win this, don't we? It would be the funniest thing. So it's nice to see them at least getting back into this match to some extent and starting off with the first kill. And 2, as Borton takes down Crims over towards mid, he will be left on 7 HP, backing off as well with the support going towards Long. Olof, talking about Long, he's dropped Chorus on B Long, and now at least it's been made a little bit easier for Fnatic, but the players are so far split up. Olaf has to hold off alone towards the B side as he starts to push himself in on this T side, and Fnatic Academy starting to rotate back on into B. They realise something might be going on, but as Flusher continues the mid pressure with the nades, we're still going to have a bit of control from Bottom. He goes down. Dennis gets the opening kill. But Olaf, in the meantime, he's found himself another pick. We see a boost over towards drop down. And this is perfect. Yep, Flusher's not going to be aware of it. But here's the footsteps. He turns around. Still, the bomb's dropped and there's 30 seconds left on the clock.
Jay very low on HP, has to be careful. Olaf could look to end this round, but that flash is absolutely perfect. And now Dennis, he's got so far to run. 25 seconds, he's got to run out, either get both kills in simultaneous fashion or retrieve that bomb. And, well, I think he's got to go for the kills. I don't think he has much time. Jay will spot him out. He's down to just 2 HP. That nade's going to come very close, but doesn't quite connect. 12 seconds and not going to happen. Golden will finish things off, gets them another round on the board, and, well, very close to that swinging the other way.
Yep, very good stuff from the Academy side. And Fnatic, I mean, this is so much money on the T side. They're having no issues with buying, no bomb plants, but at least the loss bonus starting to help them out as they round up 2 rounds in a row for the CTs. They're going to have a little bit of money to buy up still after this one, but nothing too considerable. So it will be the eco coming out if they do lose this. So it's very important because assuming Fnatic Academy pick this one up, it's likely going to be a 10-13 as we'll see the T side on that eco. And that's when it starts to get a bit closer, right? Obviously, it's not quite the win, but it's definitely a closer match. And Olaf, nice opener there towards B-Long. Chorus will peek up. He goes down straight away. And Fnatic going to adjust by pushing all these players down into the middle. Flusher flashing them in. And they've got a lot of control to work with, but Borton's still on that boost.
He's going to have to be absolutely key in this situation. Ready and waiting. Jay will, however, actually drop the first and drop the bomb, evening up the situation a little bit more. Now, they are going to be taking over Long control. This, of course, where the AWP is currently homed, ready and waiting in position to try and stop anyone from that angle. They've still got a minute left on the clock, so Fnatic are not dedicated to the site by any means. And Olaf is going to go looking. Doesn't quite manage to connect. And will he actually check the boost? That's the big question. He should spot the legs, but it's too little too late. Now the push is going to come in. Botan actually manages to get another one. That kill is absolutely huge, and the flash slows them down just that little bit more. Another rotation already coming in. Jay on the site will be waiting with that AWP to try and stop anybody getting to the site. And they also have support from Golden.
Yeah, time's ticking away. If Jay-Z can just hit one bullet, take down one of these players, it's instantly going to be over. But Golden, he opens up a bit of aggression. I like it. Crims does trade, but a 1-for-1 is going to be massive. And yep, now it's all on Jay-Z on the site. He has to do this. He has to just get one shot off and land it. Oh, I think Crims may have heard the drop there, and Jay-Z might be walking back in, but at the time, he's still got to play with it. He's still got to hurry the hell up as 10 seconds remain. If he tries to commit to a plant now, Jay-Z will only stop it, and there we go. The spray, he's going to miss it. Plesson takes him down. And Fnatic Academy are 9 rounds on the board, and no bomb plant from Fnatic. It will be the eco. Or the force. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like a force in this situation would be a bit much, but clearly
Sorry, what,
they
Tom?
disagree. Not going to fully invest, I don't think. Just save a little bit of money and then use the loss bonus into the next round. So clearly feeling that they can at least do some more damage in these rounds. It hasn't been a whole lot of players surviving over on the academy side, and even just dropping a few players could be enough. Aggressive push from Jay will do a lot of damage onto Flusher, but he's still in the round.
Yep, and we know he's lethal even with 15 HP. Bit of nade usage from the CT side will get a bit of damage off of the Crimson JW, but nothing to be too worried about. They still have the AK on Dennis. He has full health, so more than enough to open things up as well. Issue is he's currently sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard, maybe not having the best game of the others, although the kill distribution is quite good here from the T side. All very similar. Dennis, nice opener to drop down. Despite the damage done, he finds the first kill of the round, and Pleasant, he's going to have to hold out as these players push into the smoke. He gets one, Chorus follows up, and now 3 players remain for fnatic. They will be pushing their way straight through the fire and the smoke. Chorus denies another, make that 2. Dennis does trade. It's a 1-on-3.
Yeah, long way back in this round. See, they should still have a buy coming in into the next, although it still won't have a whole lot of utility behind it unless they do drop down to some SMGs. Botan is going to be holding the angle ready for him to cross. Doesn't quite manage to connect the bullets, but they know exactly where he is now. Lovely shot from Dennis. Manages to get one back, but Pleasant will be there to deny. 13-10, 4 rounds in a row. Will the T's invest fully? I think they probably will go for everything in this round. Actually going to pull up a Galil and a UMP already in play. Flusher looks like he's just going for the tech, so not the buy I expected to see. I was expecting a few more rifles to be in the mix of it, but clearly they're feeling the utility is king at this point in time. It does mean that, however, the investment that they put into the previous round has meant that this round isn't going to be too much better than the last.
Yeah, 2 SMGs, a Galil, a Tech 9. Bit limited from fnatic, but let's see how this one goes. Olaf early tag down already, down to 50. JW will just get scratched. And Chorus, flashbang goes out. He goes for a bit of aggression. Oh, the dink as well. Olaf gets put down to 23. That's huge. And now with them pushing in, they're just going to be taken down one by one. JW does trade through the drop down, but he has to go massive. He can't afford to get dropped by Pleasant here. And he will go for the shot off, connecting a few bullets. And the final one does drop Pleasant. 2-on-3, and with Olaf on 1 HP, this round is still yet to be fully decided. JW, he's still going to get aggressive though. He wants more, but Botan takes him down. Crims looking for the trade, and he will land it. It's all onto JZ, and with an AWP, a retake is not exactly the best situation he can be in. Obviously, he has a Tech 9 to play with, so that's something to make his job a little bit easier, but still, Crims, we know what he's like in these situations, and he's just sitting on the site waiting for this push.
Yeah, he's going to need Crims to make an uncharacteristic mistake to win this one. Obviously, Olaf only on 1 HP. Could be enough to change things. It seems like Jay has absolutely no idea where his opponents are. The peek from Olaf will come out. Not going to hit the shot either. And that will be the round for fnatic. Not a particularly good buy, but it will still work out. And now the CT side, as said, they haven't been keeping a lot of players alive all the way through these rounds. 2 for the last 3. And that means they're going to be in trouble with their economy in this one.
Yeah, and it was looking like they might actually be able to pull together a comeback, but now they're going to have to call it a pause, something else to try and stop this 15th round being grabbed by fnatic. And I feel like they're already leaning towards a buy. Chorus has already bought up armor. So I'm expecting something to come in here from Fnatic Academy. I don't think they want to eco and allow Fnatic to get 15 rounds because that's just going to make things so much harder. At least invest in what you have. Golden can get some kind of rifle. You can get M4 body armor, I guess. But really not great amount of investment, really. So let's see what they do at least. It appears they're not going to be buying as we go back into the game, so maybe Cora's a bit preemptive with his armor. They are just going to be saving for the 15th. That is a risky play, but with their money in this state, I understand it.
Yeah, and they are a team that we've already seen in the past be able to string ridiculous amounts of rounds in a row. We've seen them come back from 14-2 to win a game. Obviously not quite against the same caliber of opponent, but definitely have the mental fortitude to do so. So I have no problem with them actually looking to save in this scenario. Botan just going to go for a little bit of aggression. Dennis to deny, and this does leave the A site completely clean. Now, whether that means anything at this point, because the likelihood is the T's are still going to play things nice and slow, is different altogether. I'm kind of liking the 3-pronged defense of drop, just because it's such an unlikely thing to do. The unfortunate factor is the A site has been taken, the bomb's going to go down for free, and these remaining players are just going to have to hope that they can find a